Hello dear children, today we shall start explanation of Act 4 Scene 1. Okay, so we shall begin with the brief that is given before the scene. So Act 4 Scene 1. So this part we shall finish it just now. I'll tell that what actually will happen in this scene. Now before we shall start, all of you should have their Merchant of Venice textbook and one pencil with them. Okay, so that you can keep on underlining the difficult words and you can write the meanings as well at the same time. Now, here what is given that this is the famous trial scene in which Antonio is tried in Venetian court of law. The judge, who is the Duke himself, appeals to Shylock to show mercy, and Bassanio offers double the amount to Shylock, but the Jew does not relent in the least. Now, what is given that this is the famous trial scene, that Act 4 Scene 1 is the famous trial scene, that this scene takes place in Venetian court. Okay, and that's why it is called as trial scene, and where Antonio is tried in Venetian court of law. That is, in this we will see that Antonio is there locked in. He was locked earlier in Act 3. You had read that he was locked in the jail, and now he is presented in Venetian court of law. He is presented, and why it is so? Why he has been brought in the court here? Because a case has been filed against him. And who filed the case? Shylock, isn't it? Because Antonio did not fulfill the condition of the bond which was signed between him and Shylock. That is, he was unable to pay 3,000 ducats which he was supposed to pay to Shylock in the period of 3 months. Okay, and why he had taken money? He had taken money for sake of his dearest friend Bassanio, in order to help him. So the judge, who is Duke himself, appeals to Shylock to show mercy, and Bassanio offers double the amount to Shylock, but the Jew does not relent in the least. Now what is there? That the judge, who is the Duke himself, okay, that the Duke himself is a judge over here in the court and appeals to Shylock to show mercy. That is, he also appeals to Shylock. He also requests to Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. And Bassanio also is there, who offers double the amount to Shylock, but the Jew does not relent in the least. And this Bassanio is also there, Antonio's friend, who offers double the amount. That is, he is ready to pay 6,000 ducats to Shylock, but the Jew, Shylock, does not relent in the least, but he is not satisfied with that as well. Then Portia, disguised as a lawyer, makes the famous speech on quality of mercy. And then we will see that Portia comes into the scene, who disguises herself as a lawyer. Disguises means, that is, changed her appearance. Okay, disguised means she changed her appearance. That is, she changed her appearance as a lawyer. Makes the famous speech on quality of mercy. That is, she makes a famous speech on quality of mercy. That is, she tells about the mercy, that how important is mercy, what are its quality, and why it is important for anyone to be merciful. Okay, and urging Shylock to be merciful towards Antonio, and why she uttered speech on quality of mercy, because she wanted to change mind of Shylock, that so that Shylock may be merciful towards Antonio. However, Portia's request too falls to slacken the determination of Shylock, the heartless villain. Now, what was there? That, however, Portia's request too fails to slacken the determination of Shylock. That Portia's request, that as Portia made request from Shylock, but it was not that is, Shylock did not followed whatever she said. Okay, so her request fails to slacken the determination of Shylock. That is, Shylock was very much determined. He was very much determined. He was very firm. He was so stubborn that he was not ready at all to change his mind, to change his desire of having pound of flesh. Okay, the heartless villain. She then turns the table on him and allows him to have his bond on the condition that it should be an exact pound of flesh, and that too without shedding a single drop of blood. Now, what is given? That she then turns the table on him. Now, earlier, Shylock was playing trick that anyhow he wanted to take his revenge from Antonio. पर यहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि पोर्शिया ने उसको उसी की गिनती सिखाई. That is, she then turns the table on him, that whatever cleverness he was showing in order to take revenge, now she put him into the same uh, trap, and allows him to have his bond on the condition that finally we will read in this scene that she allows Shylock to have his bond on the condition that it should be an exact pound of flesh. Okay, that is, she says that okay, you may cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's body, you are allowed, you are permitted, but what you have to do, that you have to fulfill this condition. And what is the condition? That it should be an exact pound of flesh. That is, when you cut a pound of flesh, so it should not be more or less than a pound, and that too without shedding a single drop of blood. And also, while cutting, not even a single drop of blood should shed. Thus, Shylock caught in his own trap. So in this way, Shylock was caught in his own trap. मतलब कि जो जाल उसने बिछाया था एंटोनियो के लिए, अब वो खुद ही उसमें फंस गया. Then loses the bond and has to depart with half his goods. Now in this way, Shylock loses his bond and has to depart with his half goods. Okay, that is finally what we'll see in this scene at last, that Shylock has to go back with only half of his goods. That is, whatever property he has, whatever possession he has, half of that is given to him and half of that is given as a trust. And what is that? That on, and the other half has to be kept in trust on the condition that he becomes a Christian. Okay, that is, condition is kept that he has to turn his religion. Okay, that is, he has to turn into Christian, he has to change his religion, he has to become Christian from Jew, and bequeaths his property to Jessica and Lorenzo. And he has to, that whatever property he has, so that will be transferred to his daughter Jessica and her husband Lorenzo after his death. Okay, so for that he also signs a deed of gift. Very important. What is deed of gift? That is a legal document which was according to which Shylock's whole property will transfer to his daughter Jessica and her husband Lorenzo. Okay, so that is deed of gift. We'll read in the scene. Eager to offer anything to express his gratitude to the lawyer, Bassanio gives away his wife's ring to him, which leads to the ring episode. In this scene, right is justified in the fullest measure and malice falls into the trap laid for others. So what is given? That after this, what happened once Shylock goes back to his house? That eager to offer anything to express his gratitude to the lawyer. That is, Bassanio was very much happy that his friend's life is saved, that Antonio's life is saved. So he was so eager to give something to the lawyer. And who was the lawyer? Portia herself. Okay, so in order to show his gratitude to the lawyer, he was ready to give anything. So he was compelled, finally we will read in the scene that he was compelled to give away his wife's ring to the lawyer. Okay, which leads to the ring episode. And Act 5 is the ring episode. In this scene, right is justified in the fullest measure and malice falls into the trap laid for others. So what is given that in this scene, right is justified in fullest measure. Right is justified, that means जो सही है उसको एकदम सही तरीके से जस्टिफाई किया गया, एंड मैलिस फॉल्स इनटू द ट्रैप laid for others, that is malice. Malice means evil, बुराई. ओके, सो मैलिस फॉल्स इनटू द ट्रैप. जो बुराई है वो हमेशा ही क्या होता है, अगर हम दूसरे के लिए बुरा सोचते हैं तो हम ही उस बुरी कंडीशन में फंस जाते हैं. सो दैट इज प्रूव्ड एट लास्ट इन दिस scene by looking at the condition of Antonio and Shylock. Okay, because Shylock was trying to take his revenge from Antonio by taking away his life. Okay, finally what happens, that he was not given his bond also, nor his 3000 ducats also, and his condition became that he has to change his religion, and half of his property was kept as a trust, that after his death whatever his property is, that will be transferred to Jessica and Lorenzo. Okay, so this is all that we will study in this scene, Act 4, Scene 1, and from Monday we shall start explanation line by line. Till then, thank you, and you also complete your previous work. Keep your previous work ready, and you may also send your previous work poetry for correction. Okay, you can send that work on my personal number. Goodbye children, enjoy your Saturday and Sunday. Bye.